And here it is, when it comes to amplifiers at the top end. This is the Roadking 2. This is probably one of the best amplifiers that you'll get your hands on. You can see we've got all the features and all the benefits of an absolutely top end amp. And we're going to take a look, including inside. So, Mesa Boogie, here we come. And this is what you see at the back once she's all fired up and raring to go. As you can see, well, what we've got, well, from this end you can see we've got the speaker connections, of which they are many and varied, many combinations you can use. We'll come to that. You have the channel strips, call them that, 4 of them, 4 tubes, 4 main tubes that is. We have external trigger, returns, sends and returns. Remember, this is the version 2. And down the end there we've got various loops, external switches, reverb out, all sorts of things really. And then you've got the foot controller at the end. This is USA version, and I use at the moment a great big fat converter to make it work right. But I'm going to be changing that thing for a transformer. So here we are in the back again. You can see, well, you can probably hear there's a fan in there, and the transformers, well, you don't see too much of them here, absolutely huge. So here's just one last view before we whiz off inside and see what this thing's made of. One of the important things, really strong handle, very nice ventilation, as you can see. But really, the thing that really matters is that little ditty there, handmade in the USA. That's Chinese stuff, you know, and that's what you pay for. Handmade. I'll say it again, handmade. And here's the last view before we take the chassis out. As you can see, there's an awful lot going on in here. You don't see many amps like that. No matter what brand it is, they just don't kick them out like that. There you have it. An awesome piece of kit, which is probably very difficult to better, although the Rectors do a very good job. So here it is, inside the Roadking 2. As you can see, it's extremely well put together. You see the quality of this thing, it just screams at you. It's not too old a model. This particular one, PCB down there, was dated 2006 design, or is that 5 design? Obviously this one's newer than that. But as you can see, it doesn't matter where you want to look, the quality remains awesome. All these control knobs on the front, let's go down there. You can see a simple mounted on the panel. You get any problems with them, you can change them in 10 minutes, or maybe 15. The quality's there, there's no denying it, no getting away from it. And again, you know, I was talking about Mesa Boogie and the quality of the PCB and the fact that they're hand drawn. If you look at these tracks on the PCB, you'll notice many of them, like those there in the middle of the screen. You can see that they're not right angles, they're not sharp, they're not this, they're not that, they're not what every other one is really. These things have been drawn all by hand. You see down there, quality actually is impeccable, and that's one of the reasons why these amps remain the best amps there is. not just this roadking, but typically most of the Mesa stuff is to this standard. And it's a very, very high standard electronically. You've got to go a long way to better this. Take a look at a Marshall, take a look at most of those others. Maybe Soldano may come near on the quality and the build indeed, but he doesn't have the flexibility of this thing. You know, Soldano tends to fall back into being somewhat of a, well, I wouldn't say a singular sound, but a singular style of sound. Whereas something like this roadking, this can eat most of them alive or emulate most of near everything really. You have EL34s and you've got your 6L6s. And you can have, you know, recto, yeah, well you know what I mean, recto. You can have recto or tranny on this thing, on the rectifiers. And each one changes the sound dramatically. Anyway, there it is. I just thought you guys would like to see that. Now you know what a real amp looks like. And here's a final shot of the chassis and all the bits on it before it goes back into the cab over there. Over there. Here it is. Take a real good look. Everything's cool. They even mark out which tubes go where. Nice. And some of you will have noticed that the reverb in and out there. There it is. What an awesome piece of kit. Look at the size of those transformers. Made in USA. Fancy that. And so is this one. Made in USA. If you think American kit ain't so great, well, you compare it to China and you trust me that it is. Welcome to Mesa Boogie. Or as they say in the States, Mesa Boogie. And here it is back on the top of the Marshall cab I use. I use Marshall cabs for two reasons really. I don't like to pay £900 for a 4x12 cab that I can get for 400. That's the first reason. Now this cab sounds absolutely awesome. This cab's a JCM 900. It's a 1960A cab and it's got the usual Celestians and things in. Far cheaper than the thing from over in the States. And the States one really isn't that much better, no matter what they say. And there it is back on the shelf, so to speak. Exactly where it came from. And I hate to say it, but that's where it's staying. Welcome to TonyMckenzie.com and look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks.